What's up, Immortal Army? Matt Brown here again, and we're going to show you guys the process of doing a French press that we do every morning here in beautiful Columbus, Ohio. Just to get ready for the day. French press is a simple, easy, quick way to get your coffee ready. Tastes way better than a drip, but there's a lot of details that you may not know. We're going to teach you today. Fire away, Connor.
So with a French press, we're gonna really give you some simple tips and guidelines to really dial in your coffee to bring out the most flavor in it. So first step is make sure you actually have a French press. You can get these online for about 15 bucks. And then you're gonna need to pre-grind your coffee. So typically speaking, you'll hear most people say that you need a medium coarse to a coarse grind, which are larger chunks of coffee. We'll show you some pictures of that in a video coming up. And then you can simply get a gooseneck tea kettle or just a kettle like this with a digital thermometer. So when you're brewing your coffee, the ideal temperature you wanna use is from 195 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a temperature gauge to get the temperature of the water, you can bring it to a boil and then just let it sit for about a minute before using it. And then simply a digital scale. This will be great. You can use any food scale. And what you want to do is set it up like this, have your coffee pre-ground, weigh out your coffee. So typically speaking, when you're doing a French press, you want to use about 13 to 15 grams of coffee, or grams of water, I'm sorry, for every gram of coffee. So something this size, you can kind of measure it out and you'll figure out what works best. But you would just simply turn on the scale, you get your coffee, make sure it's set on grams. So with this, I know I can pour in the coffee and do about 70 grams in here. And everybody these days has a calculator on their phone. Pretty simple step here, right? So there's 72 grams of coffee here. So I like to do a 15-to-1 ratio. So for 72 grams of coffee times 15, that's 1,080 grams of water. So then you just zero this out. You take your water here, heated this to around 200, probably drops a little lower. I like my coffee not piping hot when I first drink it. And then you just simply start pouring the coffee in here. Turn it a little bit as you do it, so it covers all the grounds. And you'll see what's referred to as the bloom as the coffee bubbles up. That's how you know it's fresh roasted coffee as well. So once I know I've hit that ratio of over 1,000 grams of coffee, it doesn't have to be exact, but around 15 grams of water for every gram of coffee. It's nice there. Then you put the plunger on. Very important, don't plunge it down yet. And then you simply go to your phone and you can set a timer for about 4.5 minutes. It's a very important step that when the 4.5 minutes is up, then you plunge the coffee and you want to remove it from there. You don't want the coffee to sit in there too long because it can start over extracting the coffee and bring out more bitter notes in it. Now we're ready to plunge the coffee. So you just gently press down like this, extract it, pour it in your cup here, and smell that coffee. Smells like championship. Careful, it's hot.
Thank you, sir. Now that is some good coffee. Now if you want to be a bitch, you can put some cream and sugar in it. But we make the best coffee, so there's no need for all that. It's just specialty grade, highest quality coffee, no crash coffee, best coffee you're ever gonna have. No cream and sugar necessary, unless you're a bitch.